If you want gorgeous images of your dog, sunrise is the time to get really good photos. You get those beautiful golden tones, pinks, sometimes even purples in the morning, and it's going to be a really nice time to go out and take those photos because the world is pretty quiet. Most people aren't awake yet, they're not functioning yet, or they're getting ready to go to work or to school. So this is a good quiet time to get out and get those gorgeous images. So let's talk about some things that you should be documenting during any sunrise opportunity that you have. The first is obviously going to be your dog looking at the camera if at all possible, or playing with the sunrise in the background. So we're focusing on your dog and getting really cute images. Now for this, I typically, especially if I want my dog to look at the camera, I will hold my camera up, so my phone or my camera source, whatever I am using, and then I'll hold her toy in one hand behind my camera source. We talk about this in lots of videos. I move it around to guide where I want her to look, up, down, left, right, or right at me, and then I can get these really great photos. I only make her hold this pose for 2 or 3 seconds so I can get the images, and then I throw the toy for her so she can go and chase it. When she brings it back, I do it again. This way I'm getting some content, but she's also getting that playtime and not getting frustrated. So having these straight on looking at the camera or looking near the camera is going to be a really good first option for you. That's typically my priority. The second thing I really like to do is playing content. So I will just set up my camera source or my phone or whatever I'm happening to be using, and I am going to let my dog just play and run around. And I am going to be moving around so that I can get whatever I need as she's doing things. This is a little more lifestyle, and this is going to allow me to have, some nice post photos, but also some just in the moment, here's my dog in real time, here's her personality, here's what she's doing, here's how she's playing, content for me to look back at. Now, additionally, with big sunrises, I really like being able to include myself in that. I want those mommy puppy photos. And so I will set my camera source down and I will just film, or I will take photos, whatever it happens to be that I'm doing that day. And I want content of me and my dog with the beautiful background because of a couple different reasons. First off, we get the beautiful sky. That's a really nice image, especially as the sun's starting to come up. You're going to get that golden glow in your hair or around your bodies, around your dog's fur. It's going to make you stand out and really look striking. So this is a very good time to be creating content. But because you're doing things with the sun just rising, especially as the sun is starting to peak up, you will be in shadows. So if you didn't do your makeup, or if you aren't just feeling like being on camera that day, if you're a little further back, you're gonna be a little bit darker, especially if the sun is peeking up and that golden glow is coming around you. You're expected to be kind of shadowy, so you can get these really cool photos without necessarily having to be super visible inside of those photos. So you have a lot of options here, but I also really like playing content. So yes, I will go out and pose with my dogs. I will kneel down on the ground and hold on to them. You can hold their toys so they're looking at that. You can then play with them, and then transition into playtime with your dogs. So yes, you're getting photos, but you're also gonna get videos of you running around and playing with your pups, be it with their rubber balls or their flirt poles or their bungee jucks, whatever it happens to be. Film yourself playing with your dogs and have that beautiful sunrise in the background. This is going to allow you to really get some gorgeous content of playtime with your dog. And that's one of the things most people forget to do, that playtime content. You don't have to pose, you don't have to look at the camera source. You just have to go in the yard and play with your pup, whatever you typically do. Throwing toys around, having them chase you, you chasing them. The more movement that you can have in this, the better the footage is going to look. So I do recommend you moving around on camera, even if that means just kind of walking around and changing your positions as you're talking to your dog and playing. The more movement, the more interesting the content is going to be. And then you've also got that beautiful cotton candy sky for you to have just beautiful images of. Now, if you are using a legit camera and not a phone, you will have the ability to blow some of these photos up a little bit. This is gonna make an incredible canvas. If you were going to be blowing these up and putting them on your walls, and this is coming from a longtime professional photographer of 2 decades, I highly recommend either a metallic print photo, so not matte finish, a metallic finish. It's going to make it striking and glowy and sparkly and gorgeous. Or putting this on a canvas and putting these up on your walls nice and big. Again, you do have to use a real camera for this, so point and shoot's not great, but you can do it if that's what you have. A higher end DSLR is going to be really good, or a professional camera is going to be really, really helpful for taking this and turning it into gorgeous wall art, which if you want to talk about, feel free to let me know. We can go through some ideas on how you can do this by yourself without hiring a professional in upcoming episodes. But you're going to take this content and do a lot with it, because sunrise content is elite. And literally with sunrise, especially, you get the blue tones before it comes up, you get the pinks, you go into those deep purples and pinks, and then you get the golden. So you can get multiple looks to your images in the span of like 5 minutes. It's a really, really good option for you if you want to take great content. So anytime you start to see tiny little hints of pink in the sky, get outside, get your camera source, and get involved with your dog to get some really awesome photos, because it's not something you're going to see every day and you don't want to miss this opportunity. Drop your questions down below. Let me know what you want to talk about more of when it comes to documenting your dogs. Again, professional photographer of 2 decades, professional videographer of almost 3. And I want to make sure we are helping you to level up how you're documenting your dog. So follow along. The playlist is down below, and we drop daily videos helping you level up for your pup to give them the best life possible with the least amount of stress on you. So we'll see you tomorrow.